Welcome back to day 5. I'm going to go through the reasoning problems that I set to you yesterday first of all. Okay, so question number 1, you were given the shape, okay, and it was a true or false. True or false, this shape has 2 right angles. Explain your answer. Okay, looking at the shape, okay, this is false, and hopefully you got that. Okay, it's really important with reasoning that we then go on to explain. So it is false because this shape has no angles. Okay, so therefore has no right angles. Okay, so there's no angles on that shape. Okay, because this line here is not a straight line. Okay, it's automatically straight away a curved line here. Okay, question number 2. Okay, how many right angles can you see in the image? Okay, hopefully you identified 34 right angles. Okay, and then hopefully you went on to create your own image with 34 right angles. Okay, question number 3, the letter A has 3 acute angles and 2 obtuse angles. Label the angles. Okay, and then you had to investigate how many different angles you can spot in the word angle. Okay, record your findings, and then does your name contain more or less acute angles than the word angle? Okay, so what I have prepared for today, okay, is angle and then my name. Okay, so angle, when I typed it out, okay, I identified 5 acute angles, 2 obtuse angles, and 5 right angles. Okay, I've then identified the angles on my name, Miss Smither. Okay, so I'm just going to very quickly count up the acute angles first of all. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 acute angles. Obtuse angles, I have none. And then right angles, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 right angles. Okay, so the question asked me, does your name contain more or less acute angles? So my name contains more acute angles than the word angle. Okay, right, question 4. You could have identified, or you could have drawn, a few different shapes here. Okay, but Jack described a shape that had 3 right angles and 2 obtuse angles. This is the one that I drew. Okay, yours may have looked slightly different, but as long as it's got 3 right angles and 2 obtuse angles, that is correct. Okay, question 5, you were given 5 different angles. Okay, and then you were told there are 2 sets of identical size angles and 1 odd one out. Which angle is the odd one out? Okay, so for my reasoning here, okay, I'm just identifying what the pairs are. Okay, so B and C are both right angles. Okay, so that eliminates them. Okay, A and D are both acute angles. Okay, which means that E is an obtuse angle, bigger than a right angle, okay, meaning that E is the odd one out. Okay, right, because it is day 5, that means that today I'm giving you an assessment to complete. You can find a copy of this on the Learning PowerPoint. Okay, remember, if you're not sure how to answer a question, to check back at this week's videos. Okay, good luck and have a lovely weekend.
Welcome back to day 5 of Fluent in 5. Today I've come as Tweedledee, unlike Tweedledum that I was on Tuesday, I think it was. So, again, 4 questions. Now, we've got A, finding 2 fifths of 55, B, 486 times 8, C, 7,543, take away something is 1,123, and D, 720 divided by 8. Now, for A, we're not going to go through an example today, but I have drawn on the board a representation that might help you. So you want to find 2 fifths of 55. So my whole is 55. I'll need to divide it by 5 to find 1 fifth, and then times that by 2 to find 2 fifths. So use this representation to help you if you would like. And so pause the video, have a go, and come back and check your answers. So hopefully you've now done that. Let's use this representation to help us find 2/3 of 55. So to work out 2/3, 2/5. So to work out 1/5, I'm going to have to do 55 divided by 5, which equals 11. So I know that 2/5 is just 2 times the value of 1/5, so 2/5 of 55 is 22. B, we've got 486 times 8. I'm going to use a written method to help me. 486 times 8. So 6 ones times 8 is 48 ones. Then I've got 8 tens times 8 is 64 tens. Add my 4 tens that I've regrouped is 68 tens. So I'm regrouping 60 of those for 6 hundreds. Then I've got 4 hundreds times 8, which is 32 hundreds. Add 6 is 38 hundreds. So I'm regrouping 30 of those for 3,000. And I've got 8 hundreds, and then I've got my 3,000. So your answer there should have been 3,888. C, we've got 7,543. Subtract something equals 1,123. So we're just going to have to do a bit of rearranging of this calculation to help us find the missing number. So 7,543, instead of subtracting what we don't know, we're going to subtract 1,123. So 3 ones take away 3 is 0 ones. 4 tens take away 2 tens is 2 tens. 5 hundreds take away 100 is 400. And 7,000 take away 1,000 is 6,000. So let's check our answer there. 6,420. And then our final calculation, 720 divided by 8. That's not something we're going to use a written method for. We're going to look at our knowledge of our 8 times table to help us here. So I know that 72 divided by 8 equals 9, and 720 is just 10 times bigger than 72, so I know my answer is going to be 10 times bigger. So 720 divided by 8 is 90. We hope you enjoyed this week's Fluent in 5. Make sure you come back next week for some more videos.